Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. Today is Thursday, March 31st, the last day of the month of March and last day of the quarter, the first quarter of 2022, and three more to go. Now, today's topic was what happens if today you actually did your very best, the best at everything that you want to do, everything that you want to accomplish. What happens if you put 110% effort into everything that you want to be, everything you want to do, everything you want to become? And this goes out for everything in your life, not just business. In relationships, if you want to be the best spouse, if you want to be the best parent, if you want to be the best friend, what would you do today to show those people and help those relationships grow today to be the best? What would you do? Health wise, if you want to be more healthy, what happens if I told you today you could be the exactly the way you want? You picture yourself. I want to be this health outside of what you can't control, of course. And if you're a healthy person, thank God you're a healthy person. But if you have goals to be healthier, fitter, whatever, imagine if you just did it for today. If they say, if you could be your best, the healthiest person you can be today, the diet, the exercise, the commitment, what would you do today if you said, tomorrow morning when you wake up, if you do the best you can today, you're going to be that person tomorrow? And then business wise, success wise, to the realtors out there, what would you do today if I said that tomorrow you snap your fingers, you're at your goal? What would you do today with the prospecting, the follow-up, the organization, your buyers, your sellers, the closings, the showings, the inspections, the communication with the other agents, with your clients, title company, mortgage company, inspectors, all the things that you have to do? If tomorrow you snapped your fingers and if you were perfect and you did your best today, what would you be doing? Now, the point is to all of this, I think you already know the answer, is that we don't do that every day because we're not 100% committed to what we do. So at the end of the day, if you said, I didn't do my best, now your best doesn't have to be time. Example, sometimes you get confused. You're like, my best means that the minute how can I be at the best at all of those things? Because the best means hours of work. I worked 24 hours in a row. No, I'm telling you this right now. I know this. There's agents out there that are working longer hours and harder, but not smarter. They're not earning as much money as some other agents. So yes, you have to put the time in, you have to put the commitment in, but it doesn't have to be your 100% focus. Like example, imagine your relationships. You're like, I want to have a better relationship. I know people that are next to each other all day long, every day, with each other, spend lots of time with each other, and their relationship is not as good as the people that are not next to each other. So it's not about how much time you spend, it's the quality of what it is. Same with health. I know people that are eating healthy, or at least they think, but it's not right for themselves. It's not right for their body, putting too much calories in or eating the wrong things. Or there's people exercising, and they're not getting the goal because their diet is not where it's at. So they're putting all the time into all this exercise, it's not getting anywhere. It's just not a waste of time, but it's quality, making sure everything's in order. So that's what I mean, is that you can do all of it. You just have to have the quality, you have to have the organization, you have to have the plan in place to do it. But back to what if you did your best today in all of those aspects of where you are? And I promise you, the places where, now we all want to have hopefully be the happiest we could ever be. We always want to have the best relationships. We want to be all want to be healthy. I don't know anybody that doesn't want to be healthy. I don't know anybody that doesn't want to have great relationships with family, friends, spouse, kids. I don't know anybody that doesn't want to have a successful career. Could be a 9 to 5 job, could be in real estate. I don't know anybody who goes, nope, don't want to be successful. I want to be broke, and I don't want to have be able to pay my bills. I don't think there's anybody living that way. So the things that you're not going to do your best at every day, or as close as you can to it, within your control, are the things that you're not that committed to. I mean, it doesn't mean you're not committed. It's just a hierarchy. What's most important to you? And then you got to think about it. Should I change those priorities? Do I want to have better relationships? Do I want to be healthier? Do I want to be more successful in real estate and doing the things you want to do? You just got to weigh that. You've got to think about that. And I promise you that at the end of the day, no matter what it is, like we tell our kids, when growing up, they struck out at baseball, or they didn't do good on a test, didn't do well on a test. And what did we tell them? Did you do your best? That's all you need to do. If you studied as hard as you can for that test, you did everything you can, and you didn't get the grade you can, that's all you should be happy with yourself. If you're they struck out and they did their best and practiced and practiced and practiced, and you see it, and they still struck out, or lost the game or whatever. Did you do your best? That's all we always used to tell our kids. Now tell yourself that at the end of the night when you're going to bed. Did you do your best? Did you do your best? I know myself. I know the mood I'm in. At the end of the day, when I know there's things that those days that I should have did a little bit this more, I should have done that a little bit more. Usually in real estate, it's when you're reacting all day long. I could go all day long reacting. It's easy. And that's what a lot of realtors that don't succeed do. They just react. People calling them, people doing that. Like, I called everybody back that wanted a call. I handled every situation that needed to be handled. And at the end of the day, that's fine. No, that's not. There's things that you have to be proactive with. And are you doing the proactive things? Are you doing the proactive things? Just because you handled everything that came in for the day, and I have lots of things that come in every day, all day long, and I handle them, but I have to be proactive with things too. And those are the things that sometimes at the end of the day, I'm like, I should have done a little bit more of this, reached out a little bit more here, just a little, but I know. But if on those days that I don't do that stuff, I'm like, I wasn't 100% at my best. Still did great, but if I really did a little bit more, where would that all end up? It all adds up at the end. It all adds up. That extra phone call, that extra text, that extra email, that extra prospecting connection. You do that 365 days a year, that's 365 more opportunities to be successful. Just don't think of it as one thing. Just like this. There's back to the health connection, because I always think about my health. I'm not perfect with that, not where I want to be, but I'm better than I used to be. But I always think you say, oh, I'm just going to eat this one potato chip, or eat that one, have that one dessert. But you add those up over a year, you're like, wow, I could probably have lost 10 pounds if I just didn't eat this, or didn't eat that extra bite, or didn't do this, because it all adds up at the end. I could have been 5 pounds lighter at the end of the year, because it's all about doing it over a long period of time, not one day. Again, if I said to myself, or you say to yourself, if I don't eat this potato chip, I'm going to be perfect health tomorrow, would you do it? No, you wouldn't do it. You're like, I'm not going to eat that. I don't care how hungry I am. I'll be perfect health tomorrow. But if you think, if I don't eat this chip 5,000 times, 5,000 chips, 10,000, whatever, if you add up the things over a year, I'd be at a better health. And same with business. Those calls, those prospecting, those connections. Could you have made an extra phone call today? Just one. Could you have helped and followed up on a past client one more today? Could you fit it in one more time without inconveniencing the rest of your life? Did you watch your 2 hours of your streaming TV today on Netflix or Hulu or whatever? Could you have cut that down a half hour and made a few more phone calls? I'm not saying give up the other things that are important to you, but maybe there's some things. There's usually time in the day to do those extra things. So that's it for today. Think about it. Are you doing your best today? And what would happen? What if I did my best today? Where would I be tomorrow? And how would I feel about myself? So that's it. Have a great Thursday. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow on Friday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.